Hey guys, Nova Explosion and welcome back to more Legend of Heroes Trails of Cold Steel. I am so sorry, it's been like a month since I have played this game, but you know, that's kind of the regular with this game. Since the game is, like I'm playing it like I'm recording it. I thought about transitioning it to streams, but I don't think it translate well. I really just think I'm like near the end, or I made so much progress recording it, I want to finish it recording. I promise I will finish this game. I have not forgot about it. I think about it all the time. I'm playing it, and I haven't had the time. Like, when I'm not streaming, I'm just too busy. So, you know, this will probably be like the last playthrough I record. There'll probably be no recorded playthroughs after this. It's just proof that I can't do it. I just have too much on my plate. But anyway, we are going to finish this game, I promise, and we'll play Cold Steel 2. But, you know, it's been a month since I played, so I believe we just set up everybody's quartz that's going on the field study. So, we're just good to move on to the train station. Yeah, I am gonna... I'm so sorry. Like, I really wanted to play this game so many times. I was like, I sit down and try to play this game, but I'm like... I come home from work sometimes and I'm like, I'm so tired and I just don't have the energy. Or I stream and I'm just like, I have to go eat something. So, it's really hard. But, it's not gonna be any better when the new games come out this week. But, I streamed today, and, Star Ocean, I got game over in Star Ocean 3, and I got very annoyed. I got 2 game overs in Star Ocean 3, and got super annoyed, so, that's why I, couldn't think of what else to play, so I'm like, I'll play some Cold Steel, I guess. But anyway, let's just go on with the station. I will enter the station, thank you. We need to change trains at Berehard to get to Legram, right? I suppose it'd be better for us to take the cruising main line than the transcontinental line, then. Right, after reaching Berehard, we'll need to transfer to a local line, the Ebel branch line. There's only one train every 2 hours, so I'm hoping we can time our arrival to avoid a lengthy wait. It's exactly 7 AM right now. We should arrive in Berehard somewhere around 10:30 and reach Legram by noon. We got work waiting for us the first day, too, so the earlier we can reach Legram, the better. I skipped that line, I'm sorry. And there's always the chance our class problem child will make another scene. It's not exactly something to be proud of, Milliam. Oh, you guys are here earlier than I expected. You all ready to leave too? We still got another 20 minutes or so until the next train comes to Berehard. You're all going to Jurai Says, right? I've never been, but it sounds kind of fun. It's apparently quite a trip to get there, though. It's on the Empire's northwest coast. You have to cross the entire Lamar province to get there. Well, it's not often you get to go on a nice long trip like this. But worry not, the hours will just fly by as I teach you all how to be cool and popular as I am. Lessons by Crow. Yeah, thanks, but I think I'll just take a nap instead. You're gonna miss the lessons. I want lessons from Crow. Can I trade Milliam for Crow on this field study? Passengers, we ask all passengers... Alright, this is like auto text. I'm not even gonna bother reading it. It goes too fast. We'll see you in 2 days then. See you at Grelia Fortress. Bye. Have a safe trip. See you later, Elliot. Later, Machias. And Crow, at least make a token attempt to stay out of trouble. No worries. If you hear about it, it means I wasn't at the top of my game. One of these days, Reen, you'll thirst for my life of adventure. Right. Alright, good luck, guys. Try not to, you know, drive everyone crazy for the next 2 days. Okie dokie. Why do I find that the slightest bit reassuring? Why do I not find that reassuring? You took the words right out of my mouth. May the guidance of the winds and the goddess be with you all. I look forward to seeing you again in 2 days. Isn't Grelia Fortress where the game actually started? So are we actually going to meet up to where the game started? Looking forward to see how that all goes. We still have a short while longer before our train arrives. We gotta purchase our tickets now while we're waiting. Good idea, good idea. What's up? Good morning, everyone. Group A is headed to Legram. Yes, that's right. I'd like to purchase tickets to Legram via Berehard. Coming right up. Do you want them right away? I would like them right away, thank you. Okay, so that's 6 passengers bound for Legram via Berehard. I'll have those tickets for you in just a moment. Thank you, good ma'am.
Oh, you're all heading out? What?
Isn't that... Huh? What are you doing here, Lecter?
I think I've seen you before.
You miss me already?
Sure did. I'm gonna be back in Crossbell starting the day after tomorrow. Might never have the chance to see you again in this lifetime, so I figured I'd drop by and say hello.
Shh, whatever. You're so silly. There's no way you or Gramps would die that easily.
Well, that old goat might scare off the Reaper, but I'm pretty weak, you know.
Who's he?
Captain Lecter Arundel of the Imperial Intelligence Division.
We saw him while we were on our field study in Nord. He's the one supposedly responsible for negotiating with the Republic's army to prevent war from breaking out.
Yes, thank you guys. I kind of forgot where I saw Lecter because it's been so long.
So he's the Iron Blood they call Scarecrow.
I have to admit, he doesn't look like someone who specializes in espionage.
Well, I'm sure this little drop of sunshine's got suspicious written all over her, but I hope you're getting along. Don't hesitate to give her a good spanking if she causes too much trouble, though.
You know, I don't think I'd give a spanking, but I'll keep your words about, like, you know, scolding her if she does something bad.
Okay.
We'll try our best to be a welcoming class.
We've been doing all we can.
I'm not gonna cause them any trouble. Unlike you, I'm a little angel.
Yeah, right.
Little Angel would casually whip out something like Eric Getlem in public. Do you have any idea how much overtime we put in just covering up for you?
Huh? You do?
Yeah, I'm sure Milliam blows her cover so many times, and him and Claire have to do what's the word I'm looking for? Crap, I can't think of it. Have to do the heavy lifting and covering it up.
Passenger service bound for Heimdall, now arriving on platform 2. We ask that all passengers wishing to board please wait on the platform until the train has come to a complete stop.
If you'll excuse us, Captain.
I'm afraid we need to catch this train.
Oh, sure thing. Good luck out there, guys. Oh, and by the way, I'd prefer it if you referred to me as secretary rather than captain in public. After all, I am a second secretary for the Imperial government.
I see.
Well then, if you'll excuse us, Mr. Secretary.
You'd better bring me back a souvenir from Crossbell.
You won't be getting any souvenirs.
They seem like an even more interesting bunch than I'd heard. Hope she gets the chance to soak in the good times at school like I did.
Well, well. For two Ironbloods, you two have a pretty cozy thing going.
Uh-oh. Looks like a scary lady's got me in her sights. Time to make my exit.
Not so fast. Didn't you have something you were supposed to give me? Come on. Cough it up.
They don't call you the Purple Lightning for nothing. Maybe you should consider giving up this teaching gig and coming to work for us.
This is probably Max Middleman as a voice. It sounds like him.
I'll bet we could offer double what the Academy's paying you. No sweat. Aw, strictly business, huh?
Obviously. I'm not getting any younger here. Hand it over.
This is the list of every member of the Imperial Liberation Front that we're aware of at present. We've made progress in identifying their top figures, too.
I see. I suppose I should thank you.
Oh, one more thing. Claire had a message she wanted me to pass along.
I'm listening.
Their primary target is Crossbell City. But there's a chance that something else will be going down within the Empire at the same time. Those were her words.
Oh, some plot is happening. So much plot, but I don't know what it all means. The suspense. It's killing me, chat. Also, I may say chat a lot, even though I'm not streaming. I just got so used to it from streaming so much. Yeah, Crucian main line, sure. Wow, it's like a sea of green out there. Hey, Husis, why is the wheat all green? Wheat, barley, and rye are all cultivated in the Crucian province. Each is grown in its season, which means that what you're seeing right now is the fall wheat crop. Oh look, there's a weird scarecrow. Look at its head. It looks all messy like Lecter's. Ugh. Well, as long as she's enjoying herself. At times like these, she seems like any girl her age. It's still hard to believe she's only 13. That's a year younger than my brother. Really puts things into perspective, doesn't it? I suppose this is as good as a time as tell you more about where we'll be conducting our next field study. Legram is a small town in the southeast of the Empire, situated on the shore of Lake Abel. My father, Viscount Arcade, governs the town, which itself is part of the Crucian province. That sounds familiar. If I'm not mistaken, isn't it the province Husis' father oversees? Well, technically yes, but Legram is known for being a particularly self-reliant region. I doubt the Viscount has much interest in the authority of his liege lord. I suppose I could not deny it. My father could be a little too free-spirited at times. But I can't help but feel your father's governance has its own issues, especially where taxation is concerned. It's not as though I'm unaware of that. Sorry, I seem to have touched on a sensitive issue here. No, there's nothing for you to apologize for. Exchanges like these are the daily bread of the nobility. It's true that the four great houses do have immense power, but it's still up to the individual feudal lords to govern their respective regions. And as far as taxation goes, each region has its own statutes, which makes the whole situation even more complicated. It is quite convoluted, although the imperial government does seem to be attempting to unify all regions under a single tax system. That's one of the major points of dispute between the two factions. Incidentally, my father's stance on the matter is, hell will freeze over before I consent to it. I do understand the reformist point of view, but each region of the Empire has its own traditions and customs. Attempting to normalize all of those under a single system seems a little insensitive. The more you tell me, the more complicated it sounds. Well, it's certainly not an issue with a nice, clear-cut solution. This is boring. Don't you have any more cool stories about Legram? I suppose a couple of students batting around ideas about taxation isn't going to really solve anything. But I guess to me, one of the things Legram is most famous for is the Arcade School. Oh, isn't that the thing Laura's dad teaches? That's the one. The Arcade School of Swordsmanship is a style passed down by the ancient knights of Erebonia. It's one of the two famous martial styles in the Empire, the other being the Vander School. I've heard there's a training hall where students of the Arcade School come from all over the Empire to train. Indeed there is. Several students of the school are studying in Legram at the moment. The rest are scattered throughout the Empire. And Laura's father instructs them all. He does. Viscount Arcade is not the only lord of Legram. He's also the current head of the Arcade School. My goodness, Laura's dad is crazy busy, I bet. Oh, doesn't he have a super cool title like the Radiant Blade Master or something like that? He sounds crazy strong. This may sound unseemly coming from his daughter, but his strength is, quite frankly, inhuman. I would easily place him among the 3 strongest people in Erebonia. I mean, yeah, that's personal bias, so... And he's your father, of course. He sounds like an incredible guy. I've heard plenty of rumors about his strength myself. From what I understand, he acts as a combat instructor for this nation's army, both provincial and imperial. Though, as a result, I hear he spends a significant amount of time away from his territory. That is unfortunately the case. We may be visiting my home, but there's no guarantee my father will even be there. I see. That's a shame. I'd really like to meet him. Alright, we're just gonna move on. I would talk to everyone, I would, but I got so many other games to get through, and I don't even have enough time to play this game as is. So we're not gonna rush through the game. I'll still do the request, but we're definitely gonna, like, not do much NPC stuff. Sorry, I was reading a text. The Ministry of Railways wishes to thank all passengers for their patronage. This special express line is bound for Brehard. Our next stop is Brehard, the terminus of this express line. Please ensure you have all your belongings. Yeah. Finally. We have to change trains here, right? That's right, a train bound for Legram should be arriving in 10 minutes. We'll need to hurry if we want to board it in time. That's too bad, I was kinda hoping for the chance to poke around Beret Hard. Oh yeah, it's your first time in Beret Hard, isn't it? I'd be glad to show you around should the opportunity arise. You did graciously open your home to us in Nord after all. Ah, very nice of Husis. Dude, Husis is opening up and I love it. Are we in Brea or Legram? Did I just skip to Legram? Can't even tell. And there's that cat again. That cat has to mean something. Emma, you got explaining to do. You got a lot to tell us. $11:30. Oh, we're on the second train ride. Wow, this forest is really dense. It's almost like the scene from a picture book, as though if you kept very quiet, fairies might come out to play. It might not come as a surprise that there are many legends in this region. Lance Maiden Leon Sandlot was born in Legram, but because of her prenatal strength and beauty, some believed her changeling switched at birth by the fairies. Really? Fascinating. Reality is a bit less rosy. The family line of Count Sandlot came to an end when she died under mysterious circumstances. After the War of the Lions, it's hardly surprising that such tales have persisted. Changeling. Oh. Look at that fog. Oh, Persona 4, why? It came on so suddenly. Well, Legram is well known for its fog, among other things. This is not at all uncommon for this time of year. Fog does help keep the temperature cooler during the summer, though. In that case, bring on the fog. No, Lammy, you can't smash that. Oh, Milliam's dreaming, of course. Oh my goodness, it's literally Inaba, covered in fog.